What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I want to give a Kawaii Gang notification gang shout out to Amor's Life, Tia XO, Jasmine Taylor, and Rain Carpenter. Thank you guys so much for being the first 4 to comment on my last video, and thank you so much to everyone who tries to make it to these videos. So today, you guys, we are working on my sister. She already removed most of the nails herself. This is not something that I wish that she did, but it's something that she does. I've become very passive about this. I don't try to tell her what to do anymore. I used to try to tell her to stop doing this because this can really damage your nails. If you guys are nail biters or you just like to rip your nails off, really try not to do it until you can get back into the into your salon or to your tech so they can remove them for you. But she removed most of them herself, and then she bit off all of her free edge. So I'm gonna get the ones that she couldn't remove by herself. If you guys remember that glittery pink sugar nail set, that's the base of these nails, and I did one fill on these. That was the holographic set. So I might have those linked in the cards. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I do her new set, starting off with the removal, and I'm going to show a detailed preparation and the application. So I'm using a very coarse drill bit that I got from Glitter Planet UK to quickly take down the bulk of these nails. You just want to clip the excess length off. That's going to quickly help you just cut down time. In the beginning, when I was first starting out, I didn't know that I could just cut the ends off and I would just start filing the whole nail, and that's just a complete waste of time. I do have my dust collector under me. This is the McCart dust collector, and yeah, I'm just taking down the bulk. When you're doing this, especially with a coarse bit on a pretty quick speed, you want to constantly be moving your drill bit around the nail plate. You don't want to rest in one spot for too long because that's going to create friction, and they're going to feel that heat on their nail, and it's gonna feel like a burning sensation, and that's not fun. That doesn't feel good for anyone. I got asked in one of my comment sections something about you were feeling a burning while you were getting your nails done, and the nail tech sprayed something on your hands and it went away. I think that could be like a couple different things, but I think it might be like a spray lidocaine solution that numbs your hands, you know, because I have that from Tammy Taylor, and I would use that in weird situations where sometimes the acrylic would heat up, because you know when acrylic starts setting, it gets hot sometimes. I really don't understand why that happens. It's very strange. I have a couple acrylics from Diva DC, that super old brand that's not even in production anymore, and those would always give me a heat spike for whatever reason, and it would be so painful to the point where I've had girls had to run to the bathroom and put cold water on their nails while the acrylic was setting. It was so traumatic. So I think that liquid lidocaine, it's like a menthol peppermint smelling solution or whatever, and it's just supposed to numb the nails. That can also happen if you have open cuts or sores and the primer gets into your nails. That will burn like hell, so that might be another reason to spray something like that. But if anyone else has any ideas of what that could be, please let me know in the comment section, because I'm really curious as well. So I'm using a drill bit from Enail Couture. This is a cuticle bit, and this one's quite sharp, so I'm trying to be careful here. I'm going around and taking off her excess cuticle and just parts of the nail that are clearly lifting or going to start lifting soon. You can definitely tell because it's a white part of the nail, so I'm just kind of filing over that and just perfecting it. Then I'm gonna go in and start nipping away any of the lifted cuticle. I'm not gonna do the most here. I'm just gonna get the pieces that are definitely lifting up and waving at me. Everything else I'm just gonna leave. I did a super detailed thorough prep when I did the first full set, so she doesn't really need it that bad now. It hasn't grown in too bad. When I do get to the part where I'm nipping, we kind of go out of frame a little bit because we were watching paranormal videos on my laptop, and she wanted to get a closer look and she pulled it into her lap, so we were all over the place. I was going to cut the clip out, but you can still see what I'm doing. It's just kind of off to the side, so I decided to just leave it in. But yeah, that's why we were off to the side. It was a video showing people who had weird things show up in their backyards, or people who think they saw sea monsters, the Loch Ness monster and Bigfoot and stuff, and she's like, I don't believe this, so she kept grabbing the laptop And yeah, and sometimes when I'm filming, I get so in the zone that I forget to monitor the footage to make sure everything's in frame. So I'm super sorry about that. But yeah, this is the nipper. This one is from Enail Couture as well. It's like honestly one of the best nippers I've ever used. It's extremely sharp. I have to be so careful with this thing because you can take off layers of the skin so quickly and they probably won't even feel pain at first because it's so freaking sharp. And it can just cut away and they won't feel the pain until like seconds later. So you have to be so careful with this. I like to remove hangnails and stuff as well during this part of the prep. Okay, so for the application, I'm going to just do some 2 layers of primer. Actually, right here, I'm using the YoungNails dehydrator, like the swipe, with a lint-free cotton pad just to get any excess dirt and dust. And that's gonna do a really good job of dehydrating. As you can see, her fingertips go completely ashy. It's so crazy. So what I just applied is the prep from Enail Couture, and this is the primer from YoungNails, the Protein Bond. And I'm gonna wait till that protein bond gets real tacky. Then I'm gonna go in with a base coat gel from Enail Couture, but you can use whatever base coat gel. I don't really see a difference between base coat gels. And then I'm gonna cure that base coat gel. That's gonna be the base of her set. Base coat gel just works really well for everyone I use it on as like the first layer that touches the natural nail. So the method that I'm gonna do today is the method I've been using in the last 2 videos. It's kind of like the dual form / après dupe method. I would say it's like a mixture of dual form and après because you don't remove the nail. Like with après, you're putting on a fake nail and leaving it. So the concept is similar, but instead of just curing it on, we're actually putting the product on the underside of the nail. So once those nails came out of the lamp, I'm going to etch up the base coat gel. I already removed the tacky layer. I'm going to etch it up so that our acrylic can adhere to this. I think this is an important step. You don't want it to be super shiny. You want to put some scratches. So I just removed the dust again. I'm using the XXL square nails for this method today. So something I noticed, I had been doing this method using the XXL coffin nails. The coffin nails are a lot more pinched. These are a lot more flat because they're square. And because the coffin nails are more pinched, there's a lot more room on the inside of the nail to put product in because it's so pinched, you know, there's such a curve there. I can put tons of product inside the nail. But with this square nail, I didn't really have that experience. I didn't feel like I was able to fill it up with so much product. So once I put it on her nail, it still felt extremely thin, especially for my sister who is very heavy-handed. I didn't think it was gonna be enough strength for her. Some people, I think I could get away with just this amount of product, but I decided to just go ahead and apply a small amount of acrylic on top as well. Now, I don't know if this is a method that I would recommend because at the end of the day, it seems like a waste of time a little bit. Although I did notice that I was able to maintain the shape a lot easier than if I just applied all of the acrylic on top of the nail versus some of the acrylic under the nail, some of the acrylic on top of the nail. I would say one benefit of doing it this way is if you have a problem with maintaining the shape when you're doing your application, this kind of will help you with that because you're not having to apply so much on top. You're just applying like maybe 3 or 4 beads on top, and they're small beads at that. So that's something I noticed. And when it comes to the speed, I didn't think that this was a lot faster due to the fact that I did have to go back on top and add more acrylic to make it as thick as I wanted it to be for her. So if you're gonna do this method and you wanna do it quickly, do coffin nails, but the square nails such as these are going to need some product on top. And if that's the case, then it's kind of like you might as well just do all of the application on top of the nail. I don't know. One thing I do think is a benefit of doing it this way is once you start filing through the acrylic that you placed on top, there will still be some of that acrylic underneath, so you're not going to have so many gaps. Like you're not going to have a sudden like clear spot in the nail, which could be a thing. It's also going to kind of help you maintain a thin nail, a thin appearance. However, it's still going to be pretty strong. And I'm happy to report that she's had these nails on for, let me see, how many days? I think it's been about 2 days or 3 days. Let me check my Insta. And usually if acrylic nails are not done right, they'll come off really quick. They'll come off within like 24 hours. So yeah, it's been a solid day that she's had these on, and there's been no issues. On her left hand, she had an injury on her ring finger. So her ring fingernail is very short because it's still growing out. And she felt like that one was a little bit weak, but it's because she has like half of a nail. But the rest of them were fine, and I think this method definitely works. So this is my first time doing it in a way where I'm actually applying them to last instead of just applying them for a video and popping them off. So I really wanted to just, sorry y'all, there's a siren. I really wanted to do it this way just to make sure that this method was actually a viable method that you guys could use and not feel worried about doing it on clients. I also wanted to make sure for myself that this is something that's actually gonna work, and yeah, I'm super happy that it does. So I'm gonna let you guys watch the application. There's really not much to the design today. I'm using Ballerina's Kiss for the nail bed. It's this very pretty shimmery, it's like a light nude with some gold sparkle shimmers in there, but it's not super obvious. And then the confetti looking acrylic is one that I found from Enail Couture. I didn't realize I had it, but I have that, and I think it's called Bambino or something. It's so pretty. I love this color. And then so some nails are like an ombre with that, and then there's another ombre, which is the finger to the left. That one has 2 different glitters. I think it's one called Cupid from Enail Couture, and then Kitty Pink from Enail Couture. I kind of mix them together. So it's a very simple just ombre set, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the application. I'm using the YoungNails Artistic Sculptor brush. If you guys want to try some brushes out, I do recommend Alpha brush as well. If you like this smaller size, I would say get the number 8 Alpha, but if you want like a bigger size for like a little bit of a quicker application and bigger beads, I would say get the number 12 Oval Alpha. That's the brush that I usually use, but lately I've just been grabbing this one from YoungNails. But yeah, they're both really good. So yeah, not much else to say. The monomer is YoungNails monomer. Actually, I mixed together a JC Beauty Concepts monomer and the rest of my leftover YoungNails monomer. So JC Beauty actually does sell monomer. They sell hand files and stuff, and I do have a code for them, so check the link down below. So after the application, I'm just gonna do a quick little bit of filing. I start out using this sanding band and then I start switching it up to a different drill bit so I could kind of cut through a little bit quicker. I'm just taking off some of the bulk around the cuticle area and smoothing out the nail, and I'm gonna trim them down a little bit. So I have some more YouTuber shout outs for today. Heather Styles XO, she has a lot of hair and makeup and nail stuff. Q Naturally Lovely Q, she also has nails and hair and beauty. And then Elise B, she does kind of like reaction videos, commentary. It's kind of like a beauty entertainment channel, and I thought that was really interesting. So I will have all of their links in the cards. Thank you ladies so much for supporting the channel, and I'm going to be doing these shout outs for quite a while just to show support to my community and give back during these times. So if you guys also want to shout out, definitely check out the video, one of my recent videos where I'm reviewing Savvyland Glitter Polygel. That's where I ask you guys to go leave your links in that comment section so they can all be organized. I just went into that comment section today and updated my list of shout outs, so I have a ton more shout outs to do. I'm just going through in order from oldest to newest comments, if that makes sense. So I'm definitely going to get to everyone if I haven't got to you yet, and I'm filtering my comments by link, so make sure that you leave a link so I can find your comment through the filter. But thank you to everyone for leaving those comments. So yeah, I will definitely get to everyone. So I'm just finished filing here. I also hand filed off screen with the YoungNails 100 grit hand file. With this method, you're gonna wanna have to cut in that C curve because you do lose it when you're applying the acrylic under the nail. Alright guys, so this is the final result. I love how these came out. They're so simple and super cute. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please let me know down below. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If any of you are new, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you guys never miss any updates from me. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day or night. And I love you guys. I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye!